You know what just happened? I think England completely lost the plot. They just crashed out of the game like it was, I don't know, like an associate team. Like apart from maybe David Milan and Harry Brook, I didn't see anybody add anything or any value to this whole thing. I I honestly did not see that coming. Like I knew England is not really prepared for this World Cup. After watching them in the first match, I was like, well, this is not the England I knew. Like this is not the England. Then they kind of redeemed themselves with Bangladesh. They hit a 300 plus score. David Malan scored a very valuable 100 for the team, and they just crashed out against Afghanistan. Like this is not the team I saw during the Ashes, and I hope this is not the team that we'll get to see for the rest of the World Cup. Although a lot of pundits and a lot of experts are saying that they're just not ready for the World Cup, which I believe because hello, another injury again. It's it's crazy. And Afghanistan just shocked them. And by the way, I think during the India match we were discussing like how Afghanistan lost 18 consecutive matches. I think played one more match after that. So after 19 consecutive losses, Afghanistan won against England in an ODI World Cup. By the way, 19 consecutive losses were in the 50 over men's ODI World Cup. So, and then this win against England, what a way to start their winning streak, right? Like, what a fantastic way to start their winning streak. It's being called the great upset. Afghanistan bring just this, they're just bringing this entire World Cup to life now. Like we all were ready and preparing ourselves for these shockers. And here's the shocker. After 19 consecutive defeats in ODI World Cups, Afghanistan just like rattles through England's lineup. I mean, a lot of them were just bowled out. Like Joe Root is just standing there smiling. Johnny Best always a funny dismissal with that guy. I don't understand how. But anyway, like the bowling pack led by Mujib ur Rahman, they just stopped England, and there were 69 runs short after after those fantastic innings by Gurbaz in the opening and some really good pinch hitting, towards the end. But yes, let's get into it. Like my 10, top 10 moments during the match. So let's go with number 10. Reece Topley, man. I kind of feel bad for this guy. It's him and Kane Williamson. They always get into, you know, some sort of this injury nonsense, and they're again back in the dugout or back at the doctor, right? Like it could be another injury that will actually keep him out of the game. He might actually go back. I think it was announced, right after the match, or just the day after. I'm recording this a little late. I just really hope it's not that serious and he stays for a few matches, but it didn't seem like an injury that would just recover in a couple of days. So, but yeah, Reece Topley, the opening ball, that would be a big loss for England. Woke started off like really badly. He started with five consecutive wides, and I just don't get it. But I think, and he was also hit for like a lot of boundaries, maybe consecutive 3 or 4 boundaries. Um, yeah, that sucks. But Afghanistan started a little slow, but thanks to the English bowlers, they picked it up later on. But let's go to number 9. Fuzzle's opening spell was magical. It's like I'm watching some sort of a master class, right? So you have to appreciate that guy for a spell like this. Number 8. Joe Root, took a fantastic catch. I think this was to dismiss Rashid Khan. If he hadn't made that effort, I'm sure Rashid would have built up, would firstly make another half century, and he would have built up, the total to cross or get at least close to 300 for sure. And Joe Root is easily one of the best fielders on this side. You see him take some fantastic catches, in the Ashes. I particularly remember the one that was supposed to be taken by Bairstow, and then he takes a catch just behind him and just dragging himself on to take the catch. So that was a great catch during the Ashes. Maybe you can just maybe I'll insert a clip, maybe not. But Joe Root was a few yards away in the deep. and it was hit in the air, flat, wide, but just runs in, leaps on time, and completes the catch with absolute perfection. So, okay, England's middle order with Harry Brook is actually looking good. He was looking pretty decent, and everyone was expecting, a big innings from the team, and it was his day today, and he actually played a very stand-up innings, that every cricketer would dream of, especially playing his first World Cup as a young one, right? And Livingston, I was expecting him to play a little more, but he is still like a great package. Like, I mean, aside from this innings, I love David Livingston. I love to see him bat, whether it's IPL or T20 or even this. Like, I was really expecting him to see, Livingston like hit a few. He bowls off spin, he bowls leg spin to the righties, and then he also cunts some sixes, in the middle order. But today was just not his day, and the England innings didn't really inspire much. They had nothing going for them. It feels sad though. Like, I mean, it's not the same team I saw during the Ashes. I get it. It's test matches. It's a different condition, but it can't be this much of a difference, right? Like, it's still the same team. They're still brothers in arms. So I don't know what happened there, but yeah. One dismissal that I'd like to point out, with the England's middle order is how Nabi just tricked Malan into playing that drive, through the covers, and he just get caught. Like, it's a beautiful slow ball, nicely flighted, and then David Malan just got tricked into it, and that was out. Number six, Mujib's dismissal of Joe Root. I think Mujib is going to tell his kids. I mean, I'm sure Mujib is going to play a lot of games and is going to get a lot of wickets. But, when his kids probably ask him, like, what are your favorite moments, let's say from the World Cups, right? I'm sure Mujib is going to talk about this. It was just a total masterclass. He literally tricked one of the best batsmen in the world who's known for footwork, right? He's known for footwork at the crease, but somehow he skids the ball. It felt like